on the graves, in the cracks of 1,000 leaves, somewhere in between our past and our future, rolling over all the dividing things. Are you still listening?
Alright guys, so we just dropped off everything and learned even more about the place that we were donating to, which I know for me personally, it made me feel I don't know the right word. Like my bucket is full in a sense, because you know it's going to a place where people really need it. So families, like moms and dads with kids. So yeah. So the place that we found, they take in anyone that is homeless and they'll house them. And the location we just went to, they have 8 trailers where they have over 30 something people living there. And it's different families with kids. And the goal is to help those families figure out how to get on their feet, essentially, where they have different resources for them around building your credit. What does it look like when it comes to finances and budgeting? And those things of that nature. They do Bible study twice a week, and they have a cool library for the kids to read books, and they have other resources that they provide the families. And I was just searching, and that was the first organization that popped up that would accept frozen meat. All the other ones would only accept non-perishables, but we're doing a combination. And so now I'm happy that we found them, because they're not too far from my house. They're local. They're here in the Webster Bushnell area. And we got to meet one of the directors, and we just talked to him for like an hour. That wasn't planned. But yeah.
All right, everybody, you can see where Mom and I are. Based on overwhelming feedback from a vast majority of you, this is option 2, buying a shed that we build out into a coop ourselves. Yeah. So Mom and I are here to look at some options. I was thinking like a 8x10 or no more than like a 10x10. Mom, what do you think?
Yeah, I feel like that'll be fine.
Yeah.
And we did look on Facebook Marketplace, and the closest one to us that was around the same price point was like an hour and a half, 2 hours, but we would have to level the ground. We would have to get it there, whereas this company will deliver it for us.
All right, so we do have a price sheet here so that
stay within our budget.
As we look at all these different options, we could kind of know what they are, but I want to say the prices are inside.
Yeah.
So this one, as you can see, just your normal front entry shed, and okay, so we can stand in here. Oh, there goes the door. And as you can see, they're all 10% off, and there's the price. So this one's $3,300, monthly price of $144 if we don't pay cash. Yeah, y'all, so here's the second shed. As y'all already know, and we spoke about in a previous video, we would definitely be doing some painting and all of that good stuff. But this is another one that has a little bit more head space.
Yeah, because Nico kept hitting his head on the other one.
The one we were in before, I was hitting my head, so this one has a little bit more clearance, which I like. And if I flip it back around, I can already see where we could put like roost, the nice flooring we were talking about, and just everything we spoke about in the video. Any of these options, we would have to add ventilation.
Yeah.
Like actual ventilation and or windows. Get some light in here. But similar to the rest of them, they're 10% off. So this one is $3,000, but it would be 10% off of that. And if you don't pay cash, this is what it's looking like. $240 down, $131 a month, but obviously it'd be a little bit cheaper than that because of the 10% off. But this is a nice option because it's not too big. Like, let me step back so y'all can see the scope of the size of this thing.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of perfect, huh?
Yeah, and some people were asking us about, did we look at the specs on how they're built? And they actually have a paper here. I looked at the website, but I didn't realize they would have a paper in here to kind of walk through, like, we get some high winds sometimes, but then also thinking about everything is pressure treated.
Yeah. So because these sheds are made by a Florida manufacturer, they also meet all of the requirements based on Florida law. So we know that these work in Florida. You know, like when we think about the hurricane wind speeds and pressure treated woods and all of those things that are going to be necessary for our area. So I would imagine that's option number 2. And this one was actually cheaper than that one over there, which is crazy because it's bigger. Yeah, that's weird. All right, let's see what else we can find, y'all. Yeah, y'all, so look at these options. This is what we want, a porch on the front of it, just because we love the aesthetics of it, but we don't need them this big. So what I imagine is whatever one we find, we'll probably have to add on or build a porch like this ourselves.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
No, but this option will be cool because we have talked about doing a tiny house in the future for a guest. So this will be a fun project one day. Not right now, but one day.
Loft on the front, loft on the back. Let's see what they want for this, y'all. A 12 by 24, $11,000. So almost $500 a month, $712 down if you don't pay cash.
And it's not including the 10% off.
So, but like we said in the previous video, for all of these, free delivery and setup within 50 miles, which is perfect because we're within 50 miles.
Yeah.
Look at this one. This clearly is not a chicken coop, but definitely has tiny house or just really cool shed vibes.
Yeah, like a she shed.
But let's take a look in here. It has windows in the uppers. Okay. It actually is smaller than it looks like it would be. But those are those upper windows. Yeah. I think it would still make for a cool tiny house.
Yeah,
as you can see.
Like an office or like a studio to paint in.
Yeah. Let's take a look at this one. A 10 by 20. It's actually cheaper than the one that just had a porch on it. You can see what they're wanting for it there.
Yeah, I love all the windows.
Here's another cool one. I guess we are showing the options for chicken coop, but also showing some options because maybe you're on the market for a new shed or tiny house. And this gives you a good look at what's out there. We got the back loft. This one's pretty big.
This one is.
Front loft.
This would be like a cute kitchen.
Man, you could do the full thing in here. This could really be a tiny house. And look, someone else agrees.
Yep.
Sold. Let's see what they bought it for, or likely what they bought it for. Almost $15,000. $880 down, $635. It's not bad because think about that. If you're buying a home, or if you're buying it for the sole purpose of turning it into a tiny house, probably all in, you could probably have a home for like $25,000.
Yeah.
You know, after it's all said and done, adding the walls and sink and furniture and cabinets and counters and plumbing, septic if you go that far, you know, that would just add to the cost. But this is pretty spacious. I don't know if the camera's doing it justice. Come into this little nook and let me rotate. You can see how spacious it is. It's a pretty cool one. All right, back to chicken coop options. All right, y'all, these three are identical. So let's take a look in this middle one. Thank you, mama. This one is an 8 by 12. Once again, we were looking for an 8 by 10 or 10 by 10. So this is just a little larger than what we were looking for. But I do think, I mean, it's definitely spacious, has more than enough wall space to add windows and or ventilation, which we could do very easily. Everything we spoke about in our previous video, we could accomplish here in this shed. And let me show you what they're asking for. So 8 by 12, and there's the breakdown. All right, y'all, this 8 by 12 is actually Mom's favorite thus far because it already has windows.
Yep. It has a door for Nico's height.
Yeah, a lot of standing room. I mean, I like it myself. This 8 by 12. All right, so this is what they're wanting for this 8 by 12. But does have a lot of light in here, which is perfect. It would be one less thing that we have to worry about, you know, adding windows ourselves, framing it and all of that, which I'm not opposed to doing. But yeah, I think so far this one is a contender, like Mama just said. Obviously we would have to paint it. The one thing that is a negative of this one though is the roof is brown, and as y'all know, on our property, kind of like this shed right next to it, all of our roofs are silver. So we did ask them, hey, if we like a shed but we want it to be a certain color, how long would it take, you know, to have them paint it, in this case white and black or black and white with a silver roof? He said about a month, and I don't know if we have that long.
No.
Yeah. So there's that. All right, y'all. So we have essentially narrowed it down to 3 options that we're going to think on, sleep on, not pulling the trigger today. And we have the first one that you saw. We have the second one that you saw. And their prices should be on the screen for you right now so that you can see what we're working with. And then you have the third one that we saw.
The third option that we like.
The third option that we liked. So those are the 3 options that we've narrowed it down to, and we'll sleep on it and just go from there. All right, just want to show y'all what we were talking about in our previous video. So on this same lot, I mean, they have greenhouses over there on that side. You could kind of see it. They have a lot of like dog kennels. But right here, we have 2 chicken coops. So these chicken coops, obviously, this one right here comes with windows already. You lift this up. It has storage for your food or whatever else. Over here is where, from the outside, it already has nesting boxes for you to collect your eggs. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 nesting boxes. You can keep it raised. It has a hook for you. If we step in, you can see it already has a door here for ventilation.
And the flooring that we would be okay with?
Yep, it already has flooring made to make it easier. And someone left a comment about this, that they used it in a dog kennel that they built years ago because it made it easy to clean. They used it on the floor and the walls. Pretty smart. On the back there, you can see where like you can they can exit the coop to get to the run. Great ventilation. Here's another place for ventilation on the other side. You could drop that down. You can see the roost is already in here. And for ease of cleaning, which is something I definitely will add, look, they put the roost on hinges. So when you're cleaning, you could just lift this up, and then you see the screw they put right here. Bam. So I'm still in ideas now. Definitely going to think about doing that. Put the roost on hinges. How genius is that? Cheap hinges. So when you're cleaning, the roost is up out the way. It looks like this is a place they built in where you can sit something on, and it has different levels. So Definitely a well thought out coop. Here's the other side of the part that you can drop down to add more ventilation. Oh, on the main door, that was another door for them. So this opens up as well. That I suppose if you take this out, it could be a door, but it looks like it's for ventilation, like I was saying. So here's the first option. So I'm sure on the screen for both of these, I'm gonna have the price on there so you can see why we said, nah, we'll build it ourselves. Now this one's cool. It's larger, as you can see, a larger coop. It has the same door on the front that you could get into and another door on the bottom for ventilation.
This one's actually smaller from the coop standpoint, but it has a larger run. Like it has a run attached to it.
Yep. So similar flooring, windows, has the same ventilation options. You could raise the roost. So nesting boxes on this side, just like the previous one. But the difference is, all right, Mama, what's the difference on this one?
It has a run attached to it.
Yep. So this one has a run that's attached to it. You can see where the chickens can enter and exit the coop out into this run, which also extends underneath the coop. And all of these are on skids. As you can see, it's on skids. So this is a movable coop, which is pretty cool.
Well guys, it's Natalie here and I'm hanging out with baby Pharaoh. We're getting some porch time while it's raining to kind of unwind for the day. And as you all have seen, we went on quite the adventure today, going to donate some of the meat that we got from having Esther processed. And we also wanted to share with those of you, well, anyone watching really, but a lot of you were on the journey with us whenever we had that tough decision to make. And as you know, if you're a part of that journey, she was my pet that I got for Mother's Day. So our intention wasn't to have her processed, but we ended up going that route. And we wanted to just share what did that look like on the back end, since it was our first time, and it may be some of your first time, or you may be wondering if this is the route that you would like to go. But before we show that part of it, on what it was like when we brought all the meat home, Pharaoh has something I think he wants to show you all. Let's see if he'll show us. Pharaoh, what's that? Did you get some teeth? Oh. So y'all, Egypt's not the only one afraid of bad weather. Achilles is gonna sit right here. He does not like when it rains and thunders at all. But before it gets too crazy out here, let's get to the next clip.
Mama and I had to stop before we go pick up our package. Chipotle. And look who just woke up, y'all. He couldn't care less about what we're eating. All he wants is milk. All right, y'all, so we just got home and Mama's about to pop open the trunk and let's see what we got. Cardboard. No, I'm just playing. We got chick feed, game bird feed, but I think we're more interested in what's in the boxes, right? Why don't you use the stick? Come on, you don't need the stick because it's shaky. All right, come on. All right. That's box number 1. Box 12. Right, Achilles? Man, you looking good. All right, y'all. So what do we have here? A deep freezer. So we went to, well, we didn't go. Lowe's, Home Depot, they were all like $900.
Ollie's.
Ollie's didn't have any.
American Freight.
Everywhere we went was at least $700.
Best Buy.
Plus, we would have had to figure out a way to get it to our house because I don't have a truck, Tanya. But we would have had to figure out a way to get it to the house, which means more money. And then there's this place right by Egypt's elementary school that sells like appliances. And we found this 17 cubic foot freezer, frost-free freezer.
Yeah.
For $340 smackaroos.
And it fit in my car.
Yeah.
I have a picture. I took a picture.
Move this out the way.
But yeah. And it was really clean. So we didn't even.
Did you turn up the heat? Burn. So it's still getting going, but it should be cold enough to do what we need to do. But let's get this meat in here, y'all. Now, this was made for the Brown family. Okay, that's us. We have sausage, we have bacon, pork chops. Woo! Look at that, y'all. I have so many different cuts of bacon, but this is pepper. All right. What else we got, mama? I mean, look at all this bacon. More bacon. I got Cajun sausage. And we did get the stuff smoked, y'all. We just got so much. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna set up the camera. Y'all know the deal. We're gonna have some good tune, some good groove.
Alrighty, y'all. So first we got some smoked Cajun sausage here. We got some of the links and then some sliced up. And then here, country style ribs.
2 slabs of ribs, of course.
We got some bacon, so just some regular bacon. And then some was the pepper bacon.
Yep.
That Nico was really excited about.
So regular. It's a lot.
And then some breakfast maple pan.
Whole
So
lot.
this all right here is all breakfast sausage, which the girls will love.
And we, as mom said, maple, really good. Can't wait to try
Good
that.
flavor. And then these are Boston butts.
Yep. 4.
So 4 Boston butts. And then pork chops. And we have them bagged with 6 in each bag. And when there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yep, 7.
And then, what is this? Fresh pork ham steaks.
Yep,
So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
like 9.
9 of those.
So let me zoom out so you can see it all on the table. It's pretty cool. And what a blessing to give back. Right, Mom, at the same time?
Yeah.
Yeah, so explain your philosophy on how we decided how much we were going to donate.
So I thought about it in the sense of when you make money and you pay your tithes. So no minimum than, nothing less than 10% was what we talked about donating. Yeah.
Yeah, and as the saying goes, it's a blessing to be a blessing to others. And this is what we've envisioned for our property, not only taking care of our family, but being able to help and take care of others as well. So this is just the beginning and such a, yeah.
When eggs are at their peak and the chickens are laying, the hens are laying more eggs, we do donate some of our eggs because we can't eat it all. So we don't sell them right now. We just give them away to some people in the community.
And now we're going to have even more eggs because Mom bought 30 chicks.
No, you did.
Okay, I did. But there's going to be even more eggs next year.
But yeah, but it does make me feel better that it's not, I won't say in vain, but like in my mind, I feel like it's not in vain being able to give back because that wasn't what we had got her for.
Yeah.
And I don't even eat pork, so she was my pet. So
Yeah.
so it makes me feel bad.
So now we're going to put all of this in the freezer. Egypt just got home from school and is already on big sister duties.
Yeah.
He was knocked out. Did you wake him up? Did you wake him up? Let me see. Let me zoom out. You were crying, buddy? Why were you crying? Egypt did it? I know. All right, let me set y'all up and we're going to get all of this into the freezer. So as you can see, it's in there nice and organized. First shelf, second shelf, third shelf, top shelf for the door, next shelf, and we still got a lot of space left in here. So not bad at all. I would consider this a win. This freezer, the cost $340, it's a win.